assisted tutorial. This little picture was posted in the group, and it's got some common baby skin issues. So if you plan on being a newborn photographer, better get used to doing these adjustments because babies have bumpy skin, they have flaky skin, they have blue limbs and areas like this where the blood's not circulating great, and so you need to know how to retouch it. Now I'm going to show you some easy ways, and then I'm going to show you some more complicated things that you can do as well. So let's start off. What we want to do, we're going to focus in this tutorial on fixing the color of the hands in this little area here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down here to this circle. The first thing I'm going to do is focus on these hands. I'm going to go down here to this circle. I am going to go to my color balance. So this is an adjustment layer. So I'm going to create a layer of adjustments. And what I'm adjusting right now is the balance of the color. So in the hand, it's very blue. So I want to really take it more toward orange. And so orange, of course, is a combination of red and yellow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some red and some yellow to my image until I get it pretty close to the baby's actual skin tone. Now you can see that this is adjusting it over the entire image. So see this little square down here? It's white. It means the adjustment layer I just created is visible. If I want to make it not visible, I hit Command I, which turns it black. It inverts it. And now what I can do is I can use the opposite color of a paintbrush, and I can paint on that adjustment layer just to the areas that need it. So you can see we took that blue and that purple out, and now we just created this orange, and we're putting it just on that hand, and now it's blending so much better. Now this is a bit darker back here, so if I put the same intensity of color on, it doesn't look right. So I'm going to go up here to my brush. I'm going to bring my flow way down, and I'm going to actually come down some more. It's still too bright back there. There we go. And I'm just going to simply paint on that color to those little fingers back there. All right, so that was pretty simple. I'll show you guys the before and the after. I'm going to pull the opacity down just a little bit until it seems like it blends in really nice. I feel like it does. So I'm going to go ahead and flatten that. Now we're going to focus on this little arm area here. Really the best way to do this is to create a layer that we can paint on. But if you put paint directly on the skin, so if I sample the baby's skin and I grab a paintbrush and I start painting on the baby's face, it gives it color, but it takes away the texture, okay? So the way that you make it so that you can paint on color without taking away the texture is using frequency separation. So that sounds kind of crazy, and I'm going to show you guys how to do that. So you're going to hit Command I, sorry, not Command I, Command J twice, okay? So you've just created two layers. So it says layer 1 copy and layer 1. We're going to turn layer 1 copy off. We're going to select layer 1. We're going to go to filter at the top, blur, over to Gaussian blur. We're going to set that somewhere around 9 or 10 and hit OK. So you can see right now what just happened is that picture got very blurry. So what we're looking at is only the color of the image. We're not looking at the texture, we're looking only at the color. Now I'm going to go to layer 1 and I'm going to turn that one on, the layer 1 copy. I'm going to go to image, down to apply image. Now your picture is going to get dark all of a sudden and this weird gray box is going to pop up. the first thing you want to do is go to layer. It's probably going to say merged. You want to click it and you want to go down to layer 1. We're applying this image from layer 1. We're going to go to blending mode. We're going to go down to subtract. When we do that, your image is going to turn gray. You want your opacity set at 100, your scale to be 2, your offset to be 128. Your 2 boxes should not be checked, and we're going to hit OK. So now you have this gray layer. So we're going to go back over here to our layers box where it says normal, which is our blending mode. We want to go down to linear light. Okay, so now your picture looks like it did when we started, but if I turn off the layers and turn them on individually, you'll see what they are. So the layer that's gray, if I just turn that on, now you see all the texture from the image. If I turn just the layer 1 on, then it's just the color, okay? So now we have texture and we have color, and we can work on them separately, and that is really one of the best ways if you're doing any kind of skin retouching that's more than just a little bit of clone stamping and a little bit of spot healing. This is really should be how you're doing it. So we're gonna select layer 1, and then we're gonna go down here to the square with the plus in the middle, and we're gonna click it and create a blank layer on top of our color layer. Now what this does is it allows us to paint without affecting the texture. So I'll show you, I did not change my brush any. So remember, I painted on the baby's cheek and it affected everything, right? Now I'm doing that same exact thing, but you can see that all that texture is still there, and that's gives us that ability to paint on color without affecting the texture. It's gonna look natural. So what I want to do is I want to fill in this yellow area. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select a color from close by. I'm going to get a brush. I'm going to start off at a pretty low flow and just build that color up. Now what I'm going to do is turn the opacity down and just kind of keep feathering this out just until it looks nice and normal. I feel like that looks pretty good, you guys. It's maybe a little flat, so I'm gonna actually go up into the shadow just a little bit and pull just a little bit of that shadow color back in. There we go. The one thing is when you are painting on color, is it will affect your lights and your shadows. And remember, that's what gives you shape. So if you're taking shadows and stuff away, you need to keep that in mind, that you may have to kind of grab some of the darks and bring them back in if you need to. And then ultimately, small adjustments are always best. All right, so now just because I have it on here, I'm going to kind of give you guys a little info on retouching with frequency separation. So like I said, you have texture and you have color. So when you see something like this little red spot on his face, if I go to the color layer and I try to remove it, so that was part of the color, okay? Now what about this little white spot? If I try to remove it, see it's still there. The reason is because that's texture. So I have to go to that texture layer and remove it from there. Sometimes you'll get like a pimple or something like that that's in the color and the texture, and then you have to remove it from there. The benefit of doing this though is that a lot of the retouching that we do when you're moving so many pixels around and you're adjusting the color and the texture, and then that's when you start looking at skin and you're thinking like, oh, that's obviously been retouched. That's because they've made too many adjustments. When you're doing this, you're only making changes to what you absolutely need to make in order to make the skin look good. So frequency separation for skin retouching is really, really great. The other thing is like with this shadow here under the baby's eye, I could clone stamp that on natural skin and get away with it. But if I wanted to not disrupt the texture, I can do it on my frequency separation and take care of that shadow, that dark circle, and not change the texture at all underneath the eye. So clone stamping on the color layer is really, really great for like blending skin areas, taking care of that sort of stuff. And then for little things like bumps in the skin, acne, and that sort of stuff, working on that texture layer gives you that ability to do it without destroying so much of your image. It's just going to look so much more natural. Okay, so I'm going to just flatten that out, and then I'll show you guys where we started off at and then where we finished up. And of course, when there's babies and you guys see retouchers, there's so much that you could do. If I went back to this and you see people that have babies have this amazingly creamy skin, typically what they're doing is they are literally picking a great color and they're creating a color layer just like this, and at a very, very low flow, they are going in and they are simply painting on color to the baby. And obviously the more you do, the more intense it is. But so when you see, if you're a newborn photographer or you want to get into newborn photography and you see these photographers that have these babies with just this absolutely perfect skin, and you're wondering, well, why don't I ever get those? Well, this is why, because the baby did not start with perfect skin. They simply went in and gave them perfect skin. They just painted it on to them. So, and then of course, everything, you always want to make sure that you're keeping your opacity to where it looks natural. So I'm just going to flatten that out, and then of course I'll show you guys again where we started and where we finished. And I would have blended the baby's forehead a little bit better than what I did, but that gives you guys an idea of some of the different things that you can do, what kind of retouching typically is done in babies. But the big thing I want you guys to take away from here is how to use those adjustment layers with those layer masks to take care of like red or purple skin. And then if you need to really do any more thorough skin retouching, create that frequency separation, create yourself a layer that you can go in and paint on where you're not destroying the texture. And this is going to take you guys really, really to a next level when it comes to your retouching skin capabilities.